Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today's video I'll be reviewing this. This is Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Soundblaster. Now this figure is an exclusive to Walmart, and you can see the packaging is different than the regular Transformers Siege figures. You can see the big red 35 for 35 years of Transformers. Here's the side of the box, the very cool looking box art, and the back of the box. Now something slightly different with this Soundwave. It's not really just a repaint. The chest on this figure is actually a lot bigger. In G1, the Soundblaster toy actually had a bigger chest to hold more than one cassette. So it seems they've taken that aspect of the character in the toy and gave this Soundblaster the same features. Now, Soundblaster was a character in the Japanese G1 continuity, and he basically was Soundwave. So in the series Headmasters, Soundwave and Blaster basically had a duel which left them both dead, and the following episode they were resurrected as Soundblaster and Twin Cass, and which basically they looked the same in their physical form but had different color scheme. Anyway, let's get Soundblaster out of the box. Hey, here we have Soundblaster out of the box. He comes with his little instruction sheet, which is actually unique to him because, as you can see, the chest here is a lot bigger than Soundwave's. So it's not really exactly a reprint, but he does have the same weapon features. He comes with these two weapons separately. Now the third weapon is already attached to him, so you can see here, little shoulder cannon here. And then he comes with two guns. Let's put this in here, and the second gun here, as you can see, and it opens up. So yeah, you can pose him just like Soundwave. Again, the biggest difference is the chest. I'm gonna remove this gun because I want to go over the figure in a little bit more detail. So he does suffer the battle damage that Soundwave does, but I think it's different. So like if you look at this not zoom, if you look at Soundwave here, the way it's applied is different. So it's not like the Seekers where they all had the same application of battle damage. This one is actually worse than Soundwave's, but we'll put him aside for now. Okay, let's take a closer look. Now, I love the light piping on this guy. That red really looks cool. I don't know, I just love the light piping. I wish the Siege line was a lot more consistent with the light piping, because some characters have it, some don't. And let's get some detail here. The color scheme is really good. I like it a lot. I mean, it is just a repaint, but it's like one of those things where the repaint wears it better, so to speak. Or maybe because black is my favorite color. I don't know. We'll see. He does have the same type of finger here, where you could pose him to make like he's ejecting. So if you press that, boom, it ejects. Again, battle damage on the feet. It's not that bad. It actually doesn't show up as bad as I think Soundwave's does, but it's the chest that gets to me. I'm gonna have, I don't know, I think I'm gonna have to clean that up. The only problem is it's so close to the Decepticon symbol that I might accidentally remove the symbol, but I have some Toy Hacks labels that I can apply on him later on. Here's the back. The back is nice and clean. Again, I am loving the color scheme on Soundblaster. But all in all, It's a really nice looking robot. I'm really glad I got it. Okay, let us go on to articulation with this figure. I'm going to take off his weapon just to get a better view. So the head is on a ball joint, can rotate 360. The arm, rotate 360, lift at the shoulder, double jointed elbow bend, no wrist articulation, and that's because of the transformation. The waist can rotate 360. He can do the splits. Lift the panel up here so he can kick this far and kick this far back. Bend at the knee this much. He does have a little ankle articulation, slightly, and he does have ankle tilt for those wide stance. And that is pretty much it for articulation. Okay, so before we go into his vehicle mode, I wanted to compare him in robot mode with Soundwave, because this mold is basically, I guess you could say, an upgraded Soundwave mold. So you can just see from the front how both of them look. I mean, they look pretty much spot on from the front, but it's when you turn them to the side, Soundblaster has a significantly bigger chest. And let's open them both up, and you can see Soundblaster could hold one more tape or one more shield. One will go here, or I guess both of them will go here. In fact, let's just try it out. So here I have Laserbeak and Ravage, and let me get them into their cassette modes. Okay, here they are in their cassette mode, and let's put, or shield mode, shields. Here is Laserbeak, and here is Ravage, and yeah, they fit. They don't eject as well, but you can get them in there. Now, can you get them out? And that's the trick. Very tight. I don't know about putting Ravage in. At least with Laserbeak, you can kind of move the legs up to grab him, unless Ravage fits. I wouldn't, personally, I wouldn't chance Ravage in the front, mainly because at least with Laserbeak, like I said, we have the legs here to grab him, to take him out, but he does fit inside Soundblaster. Just so Soundwave doesn't feel alone, I have my little custom buzzsaw that I'm gonna put in his chest. There you go. All in all, very cool. I think Soundblaster does it better though, just by being able to fit a lot more. Okay, on to his vehicle mode. Here's Soundblaster in his vehicle mode, and I think he looks pretty cool. I mean, not my favorite of the alt modes for the Siege line, and especially for Soundwave, because, you know, in G1 he was a cassette player, but they did what they did. I mean, I find it acceptable. I think the colors on Soundblaster for some reason work with him to be a spaceship, a Cybertronian spaceship. And I don't know, you know, maybe it's one of those things, the more you look at it, the more you like it. And I'm really liking how it looks on Soundblaster. And you can eject the cassette shields on him, which is kind of cool. The battle damage in this mode, you can see a lot more on this side. It's okay. I don't think it's too bad, but I think... I don't know, maybe because the black is dark enough. I can see all the battle damage here. It shows more on camera than with the naked eye. For me, I think the black is dark enough to hide it, but definitely we'll be looking at removing this down the line. Like even the battle damage on the arm is not too bad. Okay, let me get this guy back into robot mode and do some size comparisons. Here is Siege Soundblaster next to Battle Master. Here he is next to Deluxe class Barricade. And here he is next to Voyager class Combat Megatron. Hey, my final thoughts on a Soundblaster. For me, I like him a lot. I love the color scheme. I like it actually a lot better than Soundwave. I mean, they're practically the same sculpt, except Soundblaster is black and red. And speaking of sculpt, I do love the fact that they did give him the bigger chest. Now, Hasbro could have easily just made him a straight repaint, but you know, the fact that they gave him a bigger chest, just like the original G1 character, is a really nice touch, and I do appreciate that. He does share the same faults as Siege Soundwave, you know, the kind of lame alternate mode, but you know, I think as a figure in the robot form, I think he looks great. I'm really glad I added this to my collection. He's actually going to go very well with the other Japanese exclusive characters that I've been getting lately, like Star Convoy, Big Powered, and I think Soundblaster will go very well with him. I wish Hasbro would make a blaster version and then hopefully maybe repaint him as twin cast. I would go for that as well, just to get more Japanese G1 type of characters in the Generations line. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.